Okay, still Sunday, the 23rd. Thought I'd make another video explaining the new foot issue. There's always a new issue. But I also thought I'd come out here and introduce my house guests. There they are. They are super sweet, lovable puppies. Still got their milk teeth in, but they're huge. And they have collars on, like I said, because I bought them collars Friday. Because they are way too heavy for me to try to pick up and carry everywhere. Yes, you've been introduced. Fortunately, Walmart had several collars and leashes on clearance, so it didn't hurt too terribly bad. But I thought I'd show them off because knowing how some people occasionally get in my comments, some asshat was gonna jump on here and say, "You're just saying you got stuck with these puppies for another reason to try to get money out of people." No, that is not the case. And if anybody does come on here saying stuff like that, yes, your ass is on your head and your foot is in your mouth. I got enough problems. I don't need to add puppies to the list of reasons why I need help. And I saw a couple of people made some donations today. GoFundMe is not updating in real time for whatever reason. I've been having trouble with GoFundMe for months. But it did say, I did get notification about one person having made one, and someone else said they made one in the comments on the other video. So thank you so very much. I deeply appreciate y'all. But I'm a guy with one foot in the ground and the other one trying to slip in, trying to hold on to his son on the precipice of losing his house with nowhere else to go. I don't need to make up a sob story about puppies to make my life sound any shittier than it already is. So anybody that wants to jump on here with some noise like that, go ahead and miss me. I got Joey back for a little while this afternoon after he went out and sold popcorn with his mom for the Boy Scouts. I don't know what you're trying to tear up over there, but please stop. I want to name him Taz and Dell. Joey named him Precious and Annabelle. Anyway, I got him back for a few hours today, and so we got to spend a little bit more time together, and that was good. His mom came and got him half hour or so ago. Got to start school again tomorrow. This was the last blast for spring break. Her schedule is changing for her work due to workplace changes, and it's going to make things a little bit more difficult in the coming weeks, but we're going to try to figure it out. The other foot. So For the past several months, I've only talked about my right foot at length because it's been the problem child. It's been the one that has required amputations. I talked about both of them in my early videos, but the right one is the one that required all the amputations, as you saw, and the left one has remained intact. But when all this started, I developed a pressure ulcer on both feet. And right up until I went into the hospital with sepsis, the one on the right foot, the one on the left foot was the bigger one and was considered more of a problem. When I got septic, my right foot just basically said, "Hold my beer." And blew past the left one in style. But the left one still had a huge pressure ulcer. More on the outside bottom edge of my foot. And the one good thing that the other doctor, the other podiatrist that I was seeing before the one I'm seeing now did, was he grafted that ulcer, and it took well, and it has been doing fine, which should tell me something, because one step forward, two steps back, right? And the graft he did on that one was different than the one that this current doctor, the miracle worker, did for my stump. The graft that they did on my right foot was it's like this new combination synthetic and sheep stomach tissue graft. But it took, and it worked. I've been walking on it for months. Got up to go to the bathroom last night, and I do check my feet daily, but it's difficult because it's on the bottom, and I still have not regained much flexibility. It's very difficult for me to see the bottoms of my feet, and I can't see them with a picture on my phone because of my eyes. Got up to go to the bathroom last night, and as I was walking back to my bed, I must have stepped on it just the right way, and it was like second to the last step I had to take before I sat down on my bed. But I took this step, and without getting too graphic or descriptive, there was a squish and a squelch. And I said, uh-oh. So I sat down on the edge of the bed and looked at my foot, was feeling it, and found that I could squeeze it in a particular area, and there would be a discharge. It was mostly clear, and I think a little blood. It was dark colored, but it wasn't like black. I think it was blood. It did have kind of a foul odor, but not like a rotten odor. I don't know if it's infected. I don't think it is. The tissue around it doesn't appear to be inflamed. There's no fever. So if it is infection, it's something that is maybe just starting. I don't know. I elected not to go to the ER last night because I had my son. And I haven't gone today because I've had him for the bulk of the day. So what I have done today on and off while I've had him is slowly make preparations to go to the ER. That's not what I want to do because my local hospital does not take my health insurance. So if I go to the ER, they're going to do basically just what they've got to do to get me stable. They're going to patch me up and they're going to send me on my way. Or they're going to bill me with the full price. So what I'm going to do first thing in the morning is I'm going to call my podiatrist office and see if maybe they can work me in tomorrow on an emergency basis. For him to look at it and make a determination and see if maybe he thinks it's something he can deal with in the office, or if I need to go in. If I need to go in, I go in. I don't have a choice. Fortunately, my ex-wife has offered to take the puppies to her house if I have to go into the hospital. So I have a recourse for that, should it come to that. For the rest of my situation, it would kind of be nice if she'd take them regardless. But, you know, because she deals with this foster. She's fostered puppies before. But they didn't come from her. They came from me. And the only thing she wants that came from me is my son. So if that has to happen, she will take the puppies, and my parents will come back over here every couple of days like they were doing before to take care of my dogs and my cat. The worst thing that happens is they have a mess to clean up when they get here. That fortunately my dogs are very good about, for the most part, depositing on puppy pads. But they put down enough food and water for them, you know, and my parents come every other day. So that's that. Not sure what's going to happen with it yet. I'm trying to stay positive. It is very freaking difficult. I am trying very hard not to party with Harry Carey, because I'm over this shit. I'm over it. And I'm in a quandary about the forbearance that the last account resolution specialist with Rocket Mortgage offered me. I've talked to like 3 different account resolution specialists with Rocket Mortgage over the past couple of weeks, and I've gotten basically we've gotten 3 different stories from them. Two of them said that I wouldn't even be able to do the forbearance. The last one I spoke with said I would. And that the forbearance would move my payments to the back of the loan and just deal with it at the end. which would be fine. If I can do that and bring my mortgage current, I can refinance, not to get any money out, but to switch to a different type of loan where I can reduce the mortgage, the interest on the payments, which would help. I don't know how much I could reduce it, but anything less than what I'm paying now would help. And my folks were over here the other day because my dad co-signed with me, so he had to sign documents as well as me. I can't see to read any of the documents, so my mom was doing that for us. And in the documents it says that the forbearance may set me up to have to pay the outstanding balance within a certain amount of time, and if I can't do that, then the outstanding balance would be due right away, and if I couldn't pay it then I would be SOL, you know. I would be fast-tracked to homeless town. And if I could do the forbearance, you know, and get it current, that's good. I can handle that. But if the forbearance is going to end up putting me in a worse spot than where I am now, it's of no use. So I would be back to bankruptcy. And I've spoken with a couple of people that have said that I may have issues with that too. So I may be foreclosure bound. Even if I could sell it, even if I wanted to sell it and only, you know, get $20,000-$30,000 out of it, I physically cannot move. I can't. I am not in the physical shape, the physical ability to move anywhere. I can't do it. I cannot at this time even live in the back of my truck because I can't drive it. So it's this or bust. And if I go into foreclosure, I'm going to fight it. I'm going to fight like the devil. And when I talked to a foreclosure attorney before, she said that I did have a fairly good chance of winning a foreclosure case and keeping my house. But I've got just as good of a chance of losing and losing everything. But, you know, it seems like it's coming to a head. And just gonna have to see what happens, I guess. I'm going to probably restructure the GoFundMe one more time and focus it on trying to get help to save the house. Please understand that that is not aimed at anyone that I have thus far spoken with on here. I am not coming to any of you looking for help to save my house. I'm not counting on the GoFundMe to save my house. I realize it's probably not going to. But I'm going to word it like that on the website and continue sending it around, hoping that last ditch effort, maybe it does find someone that can help me save it. I don't want to do that, but I have to do everything that I can do to try to get past this. I don't have any choices. I have to. That's not to say that I'm, expecting any of y'all to donate your life savings. I am not. And I'm really tired of people. It doesn't happen often. There was a time where it happened kind of a lot. I don't need anybody coming up here, telling me, well, there's people worse off than you. Be glad of what you got, I miss me with that shit. Yeah, there's people worse off than me. I can't do anything for them. I wish I could. But to do anything for anybody else, I've got to do for me first. I can't help anyone else right now. I have to try to help me. And if that means continuing to ask for people that have the ability to help, as much as I hate it, that's what I'm doing. And if you got a problem with it, I'm sorry, Don't watch my videos, unsubscribe. I don't know what else to tell you. My channel has always been about the GoFundMe, trying to garner support for the GoFundMe. I've said it before, I'm a very private person. I don't like having my business out here online. I don't like sitting here talking to hundreds of people that I don't know and telling, spilling my guts, telling my life story, talking about my problems. I don't enjoy this. This is not something ideal for me. I do not like being in front of the camera. I don't like being in front of people at all. I'm an introvert. I like my privacy. I hide in the background. I go out late at night when no one else is out so that I can enjoy the peace of the beautiful ancient little town that I live in without having to deal with the hordes that are just as bad as the orcs and goblins in Lord of the Rings to me. I do not want to be on here doing this, and I do not want to be on here asking for help. So please understand that before you start coming at me sideways for, not going gently into the night. Which, as I've said before also, I probably would do if I didn't have a son. But I got a son, and he loves me as much as I love him, and he's counting on me. And he doesn't know about what's going on. He doesn't know that I'm fighting to save the house. As far as he knows, this is home, and it always will be. And I have to fight for that to the bitter end. So far, things haven't been working out, so maybe that last chance dance will be the one. And if I don't get any big help on here or elsewhere, and I succeed in the foreclosure and get my mortgage payments down a few $100, that is just fine with me. I'm running out of time. My phone's about to die, so I'm gonna jump off here. Thank y'all again for the donations that you made earlier. Thank you so much. You have no idea how much it means. And thank you everyone for your kindness and your well wishes. Like I said, hope you all had a great weekend, great week last week. I hope this week is good to you, and I'll get on here again when I know something about my foot. Y'all take care. Have a good evening. Bye-bye.